Hey, how's it going? Brian here from rvwithtito.com, and we're in the process of remodeling our 11-year-old Class C motorhome. And the plan for today is to install some new roller shades, some day-night shades, and I also want to build a new valance to replace the old one. So I'm going to give that a go. But before I get started, we need to pick up a couple things from the store. So let's get going. Heading into the fabric store now, see if we can find some fabric for the valances that I'm going to make. I think we have an idea of what color, so let's see if we can find something.
See if we can do it without fighting.
Of course! I know what I want.
Almost the exact same color. What are you going for?
Yeah, it's just going to be the small part of the top, just a valance. I think it's going to...
That's fine.
Alright, check out the fabric we got. So I really like it. I think it's a really good color, nice little texture. It's going to make some good valances. So let me show you the roller shades that we custom ordered from RecPro.com. They're over here. You can see there's two rollers on here. So there's two shades. There's a daylight shade. You can kind of see through this a little bit, blocks out the sun. And there's a night shade, which is this lighter colored one. And they're both on rollers. Now I got the top mounted option here. You can get it, I think you can get the wall mount option as well, but I got the top mounted one. I'm gonna have to build a valance around here to hide these rollers and the hardware. End to end on the hardware, it's about 50 1/4. And if I go up to, like, say 51, that should give me plenty of width inside the valance. The height, I need to at least cover these rollers here. So if I measure to the end of the bottom roller, it's about 4 3/8. So let's just go 4 3/4. The top bracket is really 1.5 inches, but the mounting hardware right here is 3 inches. So I'm going to have to make sure that inner dimension is at least 3 inches, because this is what the blind's actually going to mount to. If I go an extra 1/8 of an inch, that should give me a little bit of leeway inside the frame there, inside the valance. So yeah, I think I got my dimensions. Let me go write that down. Okay, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch plywood on this, so I need to cut some plywood, and then we'll put some batting on it and make a little box for this valance. Better get started. Okay, well, the basic box for the valance is done. So fits perfectly over the blind and the shade here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it with a little bit of this batting material, and then I got the fabric. I'm gonna cut that down and wrap that and staple it and cover everything up with that. And if all goes well, I will have made my first valance ever. We'll see how it goes. Okay, well, kind of got me a valance. I think it looks pretty good, you know, for my first one. I'm sure by the time I've done 4 or 5 of these, I'll have those corners down, because those corners were a little bit frustrating to get them just right. But most of that stuff's going to be out of sight anyway, so I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist. I want to make it right, but you're not going to see those things anyway. So I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's going to look really good with these blinds. But before I go ahead and mount it, what I want to do is just for it's a little bit of assurance, I'm gonna spray a little of this contact adhesive just on the insides, just to keep those edges from fraying up and keep them nice and glued down. So I'm gonna spray this on and let it sit for a while before I go ahead and install it in the RV. Now for this other window, it doesn't require a valance, and it already has a cavity behind the cabinet, so let me show you that. Get a little flashlight here. That is just perfect, actually. So it's about 5 inches deep and about 3 inches from the wall, so it's gonna fit this bracket for the shades just perfectly. So I'm just gonna screw it to the top of this cavity and mount the shades. Well, I think everything looks pretty good. I really like the valances. You know, obviously it's my first valance I've ever made, so I do plan on making some more. I'll get some more practice and replace a lot of the other valances that are in the RV. But yeah, the roller shades turn out really well too. You know, these are the roller shades from RecPro.com, and I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check those out. But yeah, they go up nice and smooth. There's a day shade and a block out night shade. And I did make one modification to the day shade though. I was worried about it flopping around a little bit if we were to drive around with it down. So I drilled a little teeny hole here and put a little magnet in the bottom. And I also recessed one in the wall just below the window frame. So when it makes contact there, it just pops right into place. So check it out. So if we're driving around, you know, it's not going to be flopping around and making noise, and that just drives me crazy. So a little modification, I think it's going to work out really well. But we do plan on doing some painting in here, painting the walls a solid color. We just haven't decided what color that is yet. So look for that in the future. We're going to get some color on the walls. But next up, we're going to be installing the new recliners, and we're pretty excited about that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But if you want regular, ongoing updates, be sure to join me on Patreon. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one.